Great to be with you this morning. Can I get a little sip of my coffee, please? Thank you. I want to know who killed Kodak? Who killed Kodak? I think it's sad when some people don't even see the need to change some things. We're not for changing the Bible. We're not for throwing away the scriptures. We're not for changing the church or nothing like that. But, you know, whenever you mention the word change, people are ready to get up in arms and all the rest of it. You know, how can we keep doing over and over and over again the same thing, expecting different results, a different outcome? Someone said that's insanity. The same thing week after week after week. How can we stop the decline in the church? I got to visit Rochester, New York. I got to go to Buffalo in the month of November. Wow, it was cold, there was snow up to the roofs. I got to visit Niagara Falls. We come back to cold, so we had to get into a car so I could get some heat. We come back to Rochester, and I wanted to see around Rochester because it was a nice town. It was nice. But as they were showing me around Rochester, I saw all these beautiful buildings, white buildings, one, all over town, all together, like this big plant. Remember DuPont used to have the big plant out there? It used to be like a city. But this was Rochester, New York, and they had these beautiful white buildings. And it was the Kodak buildings. It was a large, massive plant. Building after building after building, right up and down the street. You go down one street and down another street, and they had these massive white buildings. What is this? It's closed up. Kodak. What is this? Kodak. What is this? Closed. Empty. People out of work. So sad to see those beautiful buildings and all of the families who suffered immensely. A few years ago, the Kodak company made the news. It had filed for bankruptcy. How could this well-established company go bust? But really, no one was surprised. There was an article in Forbes magazine. It was entitled, "High Technology Killed Kodak." The article says it's just evolution. And the workers were so affected, no announcement. Never fun to see a Nikon in America go out of business, bankruptcy. Who killed Kodak? Somebody says film manufacturers. We choose digital instead of film. We choose the SD cards over the USB cables because they were more convenient and this, that, the other. Who killed this company? Several good articles were written. Management had no vision for the future. Leadership was mentioned several times. But who killed Kodak? Bad leadership? Technology? Or was it we just moved on and neglected Kodak? Well, I think it could be a little bit of everything, all of these things. I think it could be all of these things, a little bit of everything. But I use this illustration to say to you today, what happens when organization fails to understand the times in which we live? Kodak made the headlines because of its demise. And we read about it every single day. Church finances dropping off, Staff had to resign. People stopped coming to church. Growth transferred to another church. And many, many churches were just disconnected from the local neighborhood, and they were struggling. We've developed a fortress mentality. Survive in the midst of change. Faithfulness to the end. Stiff upper lip. The church needs to move and accept not the things as they are, but we need to see things as they could be. And we need to be talking about reconciliation, transformation. We need to stop rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. And we need to get into the rescue boats. We are the salt of the earth. And for the salt to be effective, we've got to get out of the salt shakers. And Christianity should take us to a sacred place. We are living in a sin-sick world, and we need to take risks. It's time to get off the cruise ship. It's time to get into the rescue boat. Leaders need to open up, and we need a larger view of God. And we need a larger view of the reign of God. Our God reigns. Our God is alive. He's not dead. He's alive. He's alive, and he's ready to make a difference. And we need to be involved. Satan is working overtime, trying to destroy the church, trying to bring us down. And we need to be alive to the reality that we're not quitting. We're not giving in. We're not giving in. We're not giving in. We're going to carry on living a life for Jesus Christ. And we're going to preach, preach, preach Jesus until the day we die. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful, wonderful New Year. God bless you.